devil's presence.
Hey, what's going on, guys? How do you do? It's your boy Gray here. Welcome back to the channel. So in today's video, we're gonna do something a little differently. I wanted to introduce today a brand new. I guess this will be a series. I don't know how many of these I'll have, but it's something that I wanted to bring to the channel today, guys. We're gonna do a story time video. I hope you guys enjoyed the gameplay on the screen. I'm sure it's like some wicked. I haven't picked out what the gameplay is yet that I'm gonna choose for this video, but I'm sure it's a wicked ass gameplay. I hope you guys enjoy it. And yeah, man. In the spirit of October, in the spirit of Halloween being around the corner, I thought it'd be interesting if I could give you guys a story time about my time working in the Madame Tussauds Wax Museum in the Chamber. If you guys are unfamiliar, I did work in the Wax Museum in the Haunted House section. Yes, the Wax Museum, the Madame Tussauds Wax Museum on 42nd Times Square. There was a section in the 9th floor called the Chamber, where, you know, basically it was a haunted house. We would dress up, we would get in costume, blood, makeup, and everything, and we would just scare people for like 6 to 7 hours of our day. And it was a lot of fun. It was one of the best jobs I ever had, and I truly enjoyed my time working there. But some strange things did happen in the chamber. It was a very strange experience that I had there. So today, guys, we're gonna break it down into 3 different stories. I'm gonna make them short and sweet, but 3 different things happened to me. 2 of them are kind of weird, and I don't know how to explain them. And then the 3rd one is kind of just something strange that happened with one of our coworkers. All right, so let's talk about the first strange thing that happened to me. One time, I was sitting in the chamber number 3. Before I continue, I should explain the chamber is basically a very big, think of like a studio apartment, or think of like a 1-bedroom apartment. Think about how big a 1-bedroom apartment can be. In that 1-bedroom apartment, let's say it's broken down into 3 sections. All right, so let's call them we call them chamber 1, chamber 2, chamber 3. Now, people would walk their way through the big chamber, but they would have to maneuver their way through chamber 1, and then chamber 2, and then chamber 3. So whenever we worked there, somebody would either work the front. There would always be 4 people. Somebody working the front, chamber 1, chamber 2, and chamber 3. All right. So on this day, it was a nighttime shift, and I was working in chamber 3, and I was sitting in the back. I was working in the back part there, the last part where people would, you know, get scared. And basically in chamber 3, there was a small room where we used to have a chair back there. There was a small room, and there was like a little window that was covered by a small curtain. And basically the scare point there would be I would jump out of the curtain, try and reach for the people, give them a scare. All right. A lot of the times it was a bit dead towards the end of the night, so, you know, we would have the chair there. We would just sit, and I would lean up against the window. I would lean up against the little, you know, drapes or whatever. I would lean up against the window there, and I would wait for somebody to walk by. Now, on that certain night, it was kind of quiet, and there was nobody really walking through the chamber that night, through the museum. And I remember I was sitting there on my phone, and I heard footsteps. I heard footsteps, like as if somebody was, you know, nothing out of the ordinary. I heard footsteps, and I thought, you know, okay, somebody came into the chamber. We would always have an alert to let us know somebody would come in. It was a big buzzard. It was a buzzard that sounded like loud as hell. So I figured, oh, I guess whoever, you know, was working the front forgot to let us know that somebody was walking in. All right, that's fine. It happens. It's happened before. And I was like, all right, nothing to it. I put my phone away. I got ready to jump out of the window, and I heard the footsteps coming around, and I popped my head out. Nobody's there. Absolutely nobody is there. And I remember I found that very strange, because I remember specifically hearing at least 2 to 3 footsteps turning the corner. I know what that sounds like, and nobody was there. So I found that very strange. So I sat back down, and then the next part to this story here is what really tripped me out. And I was this is one of the moments where I was working in Chamber 3, and I didn't work there after that night for like a good week and a half, 2 weeks. I didn't work in the back after this happened. So I thought I heard somebody coming. I pop out, nobody's there. I come back in, I sit back down, and I lean on the window. The drapes are down. I'm on my phone, and I can't explain this. It was, God, I don't know. It's so weird. I'm on my phone, and I could see something pinch the drapes. Something pinched the curtain, like somebody, you know, grabbed it. You could see somebody grab the curtain and pull back, and the curtain really just pulled back. Not hard, not aggressive, just a slight like that. And I remember I was on my phone, and I remember I saw the pinch, and then I saw the pull, and I remember I just like looked, and I saw it, and then I just clicked my phone off, and I went to the front, and I asked whoever was in the front. I said, "Bro, I'm not working back there." I told him what happened, and he kind of shrugged it off, and he was like, "All right, we'll switch. I kind of want to be in the back regardless." I was like, "Fine with me." So that was the first incident of me me hearing something and then seeing something that I just could not explain. So there's the story number one for you guys. The second strange encounter strange thing that happened to me in the chamber. Well, it actually happened. It was a two-parter as well. Now, the first part, once again, Chamber 3. I was in the back Chamber 3, and one of my co-workers, his name was Ross. He was in Chamber number 2, and I was in Chamber number 3, and all of a sudden I smelled smoke, like cigarettes. Like I smelled like somebody was smoking cigarettes, and I remember it was a smell like I couldn't explain it. Nobody was around there. Nobody around there was smoking cigarettes. No, you're not allowed to smoke in there. Nobody around us smelled like cigarettes either. So it's not like somebody was like had just smoked and they came in. No, that wasn't even the situation. I was in the back by myself for a while before somebody walked through too. So it wasn't like somebody had passed by. No, it was just like out of nowhere. I was just sitting back there by myself. About 5 minutes, nobody passes by, nobody comes through, and all of a sudden this heavy smell of cigarettes happened. And I remember I went into Chamber number 2, and I told Ross. I didn't even tell him what it was. I told him, I was like, "Bro, could you come to the back with me, and I just want you to take a smell, like just let me know what it smells like back there." And I went with him, and he told me it smells like cigarettes. And I was like, "Yep, that's what I'm smelling, man." And I remember I told him straight up, I was like, "Bro, I don't feel comfortable being back here, dude. Do you mind just working this area?" And Ross, being a good guy, he was like, "Yeah, sure, no problem, man." So he stuck back there, and then I went into Chamber number 2, and then something funny happened after that. I remember going into Chamber 2, and also remember, the next thing I remember is I was sitting on this ledge by the entrance by Chamber number 1, and I remember it was so strange. I remember people talking to me. I remember interacting with people, but I remember very little about what I was doing there, and I can't explain that. So I smelled the cigarettes. I went into Chamber number 2, and the next thing I know, I'm kind of coming into fruition, and I'm sitting on the ledge, and I'm just there. And I remember his name was Eugene. He was in the front, and he was just like, "Yo, what's going on, man? What do you've been sitting here for like 15 minutes?" And I was like, "I have?" I didn't even realize I had sat there for 15 minutes. Like, he was like saying like, "Yeah, you were just sitting there, you were just glaring at people. I thought it was like a bit you were doing." And I was like, "Nah, man, I don't know, man. I just couldn't explain it." So I lost like 10 minutes that day, man. I just don't remember what happened for about 10 minutes. It was very strange, to say the least, and I was very unsettled after that happened. The final thing I will say, the final story here, strange thing that happened in the chamber. One of our guys, one of our co-workers, he was a very strange character. He was a character. He was very into like horror. I'll say that. He was very into horror. He even went as far as saying that, like, he had the demonic book, like the Devil's Bible. He's like, "I have that at home." And I was like, "Oh, Okay, all right. So one day, to protect his name, to protect his identity, I'll just call him. I'll call him like Michael or something. All right. So to protect his name, I'll call him Michael. So one day, me and our other coworker, it was a girl. Her name was Kelly. Me and Kelly are hanging out in chamber number 2. It's a quiet day, nothing too crazy. I think it was the morning shift. Nothing too crazy. It wasn't a lot of people coming into the chamber that day. A lot of people coming into the museum. Me and Kelly were talking in just talking chamber number 2, talking about life, just hanging out. And we noticed that Michael is focused, laser focused onto this wall. He's drawing. He's doing art on the wall. He usually likes to work the front, so it's what it is. What it is. Every now and then, I would walk up to the front, see how he's doing, and I would always see him on the wall drawing. And this day, Michael, he's extremely focused. Where I come up to him and I'm like, "Hey man, how's it going? What's going on? What are you drawing?" He doesn't even answer. Like he's just so focused in that he's just drawing. All right, okay, yep, I'm good, and he's just drawing. And I'm like, all right, he just doesn't want to be bothered. Then Kelly happened to go over to the wall where he was. He had gone to lunch, and Kelly had gone over to the wall, and she took a look at what he was drawing, and it ended up being like satanic stuff. Like he was drawing like pentagrams, like just a bunch of weird things on the wall. She came over and got me and told me to go look, and I looked and I was like, yo, this is kind of weird. So Kelly she's a character herself. I love Kelly. She had holy water with her, and she went down into the change room. She came back up with the holy water, and she said, when he comes back up, I'm gonna spray this area, and when he comes back up, I'm gonna like spray. I'm gonna just like spray a little bit on him and see if anything happens. And I promise you guys, just like that, she came back up. He came back up. She had sprayed the wall already. She had water. She put holy water, whatever it's called. She had put holy water on the wall. He came back up, and she had gotten some water on him. He didn't realize that the water was on him. And it was the strange thing that happened. There's the strange story that I want to get to here about this guy was that when she did that unknowingly to him, his demeanor changed. He got so mad out of nowhere. It was the strangest thing. Like he got so mad out of nowhere. Me and Kelly had never seen him this mad before. And like you're an actor, you're supposed to act like you're mad. You're supposed to act crazy. And we know the difference between him acting and him actually being mad. And he was very mad that day. I don't know what got into him, but he did not like it. And the thing, oh my God, just talking about this, making me remember this day right here. It was so weird because he was so mad. And he was like banging the wall. He was like screaming. He was just like, get out of here, like blah, blah, blah. Like he was acting very strange. And me and Kelly are in chamber number 2 looking at each other like, oh my God, what the hell? And I'm like, Kelly, what did you do? And me and Kelly were in chamber number 2, and he walked over to us, and me and Kelly were like sitting on the ledge, and he walked over, he just stood there, and he was just like, me and Kelly were talking, he came over and he stood there, and he was just like, we were just like, what's up, man? And he was just like, and we're like, you're all right? He's just like, I don't know, I feel a little weird, I feel a little tired today, I don't know, I guess I just gotta get some food or something, even though he had just came back from lunch. And me and Kelly were like, oh, all right, well, I hope you feel better, man. And yep, he went back to the front, and it kind of went down a little. Like he stopped going crazy. I remember the drawings made us uncomfortable, and I remember somebody drew over it or something, or X'd them out or something. I don't know. But yeah, I don't know, man. That was a weird scenario there. The fact that like once she sprayed the holy water all over the place and got a little bit on him without him noticing, because it was like on the back of his costume, so he didn't really feel it. His demeanor changed, man, and it was weird. It was weird to just see it happen. That's the weird thing about the story. It was weird to see it happen, because there's one thing where he knows that he had holy water, that Kelly had holy water, but he didn't know anything. He was just experiencing it the same way that we were experiencing it. So yeah, man, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video, man. There it is. I hope you guys enjoyed the strange occurrences that happened to me in the chamber. Those were actually just a few stories. I still got a couple more. Let me know in the comments section if you guys want to hear more of these creepy stories. And in honor of October and Halloween coming up, and I would love to share more of these creepy stories with you guys. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you guys enjoyed the gameplay. I hope you guys enjoyed the story here. If you guys are brand new to the channel, make sure to subscribe for more daily content. I upload every single day. Once you subscribe, you can enter the giveaway for a $50 PSN or Xbox gift card. And if you guys enjoyed today's video, hit that like button. Let me know in the comments section below what your thoughts and opinions are about these story time videos, and what you guys think about the stories that I told today. And once again, these are all true stories. They really happened to me. I'm not making this up. And yeah, till the next one, guys, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. My name is Gray. Peace.